Bitch. All right, cool. What was that?
You shave.
See, I need to get a haircut, bro. You can't really see it right now, but my hair, it curls up and it gets in a little mullet and stuff right now. So,
dude, just grow it out.
Bro. I'm not about the mullet life. It's not for me.
I'm growing my hair out still.
Mullet life is not for me. All right, we're going live on TikTok too.
Bet.
Bam, we're live. Dude, the only thing I don't understand about TikTok Live is the camera quality is such dog water. And also, I don't know what I'm allowed to say and not allowed to say. TikTok scares me, bro.
Yeah.
I know you're watching me, TikTok gods.
You can say, GGG Sports invites you to watch their live. Let's see here.
Yeah, go watch that shit, bro. Yeah. All right, you ready?
That's Inception. Yeah, sorry.
Did you hear the echoes and stuff?
Yeah.
Inception, yeah. All right, yeah, we're already a bit late, so we'll go ahead and get started. So, Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Going the Distance podcast. Today is June 30th. It is Wednesday night. We are live on Twitch, TikTok, YouTube, just about every platform we can be. It is episode 24. You can see, as I just mentioned, we're on Twitch, YouTube. Find us on there. You can also find recorded versions of every podcast over on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Make sure to check us out on social media. We are at gtdsports.com on TikTok and at GTD_sports on just about everything else. You can follow our personal accounts. I'm over at Ryan Bonnell 8 and Elijah is at Elijah Spans. And last but not least, make sure to subscribe to the GTD Sports newsletter on our website. It's down there at the bottom of the page. It gives you email notifications on all of our podcast blogs, all that kind of good stuff. That's always exhausting to get through the promos at the beginning, but, got to do it. Yeah,
imagine when we start getting ad reads.
Yeah, man. Hey, one day it'll be advertisements. One day it'll be sponsorships. But for now, it's just plugging our own shit.
Yep.
How we feeling?
Oh, man. I went to Austin this weekend. It was fun.
I saw that. I was about to ask you about that, actually. What'd you
do? I toured some apartments, hung out with my cousin, and then went out with my friend who lives there now. And then I haven't drank in like a month because I've been home. And my mom doesn't drink. And the only one else is my 16-year-old little brother. He would never get drunk with me. So I just haven't drank. I know.
Go ahead. Sorry.
But so I haven't drank in like a month, and then Austin brings the best out of you or the worst, depending on how you look at it. And I went hard, but I've been drinking like 3 weeks to 4 weeks, so it swung back, and I got fucked up, and I fucking pissed myself on the couch. So that was fun. Dead ass, dude. It hasn't happened in a long time. I haven't done that since like sophomore year, maybe junior year, but.
Like, were you just blacked out and it happened?
I just blacked out and I pissed on his couch. Yeah.
That's so fun. Did you go to 6th Street, I assume?
Yeah.
Dude, 6th Street is wild. I've only been there a couple times, but like the one time I was there, or one of the 2 times I was there was a homeless guy bathing in like a children's bubble bath in the street.
Oh,
and
yeah.
He was like, he was offering everybody to blow bubbles and shit like that. It was very interesting. I was intrigued.
One time my friend like was walking backwards and like kind of like direct, like, I don't know, like air trafficking us to go to a certain way. And he's walking backwards and he fell and like tripped over this homeless person. But like the back of his knee like hit her in the head. And it was like, he like fell, and it was just really embarrassing for everyone involved. But I don't know, that's 6th Street for you. But yeah, it won that night for sure.
Like a lawless zone. Yeah, 6th Street won.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, that makes me want to go out, bro.
Yeah.
I haven't had a night out, like, let alone, it's been even since whenever school was in session. I hadn't been out in probably a couple months.
Yeah, I mean, oh man, I don't know. I tell you though, when I woke up fucking still hammered, piss hammered, covered in myself, I was just like, I'm too old for this. Like I was like, I'm 23 goddamn years old. And I Venmo him like $90 to get like the shampoo like couch cleaner thing.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, well, because it was a nice couch. It wasn't like his college house.
Yeah.
To where I could just be like, just fucking spray some Febreze on it. Like, this is like, he's, settled. He works in an apartment. I mean, he works at a hospital, has a really nice apartment. So I wasn't about to just leave his couch piss stained.
No, yeah, that's fair enough. I get that. No, that's the thing that you said, like, you felt too old for this. Well, it's kind of funny to me how, once you turn 21, it seems like a lot of people don't even want to drink as much anymore. Or like they just don't want to party as much anymore.
Some of the fun gets taken out. And especially like for me, bro, I've been doing this shit since like I was like 15. Like since freshman year, definitely since sophomore year. I mean,
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Just like definitely since sophomore year. So like I've been doing this for like 7 years, partying and shit. You know what I mean?
No,
so,
yeah, I'm same boat. Yeah, like I had an older brother, so like I was introduced to shit sooner. So like I get it. Did you have any older siblings, or were you just
it was just
swayed by public school?
Yes, public school.
Yeah, same.
My best friend had an older brother.
Okay.
And he was like the cool crowd. So that's how I started being able to get invited to parties because I was friends with him. And so, yeah.
Fair enough.
And then, because I was talking about this to a friend, another kid who's younger, but he was like, he's been doing that shit since like freshman, sophomore year. He's like, bro, I'm getting fucking older now. I'm like, dude, just wait till you're a senior. Like, it's so much different, especially too. Like, if you come in, like not partying in high school and you start partying in college, like your senior year, you're like, gotta live it up as best I can, while I can. But like, if you've been doing this shit for a while, when you hit your senior year, you're like, motherfucker, when can I start paying my own bills? You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of, so.
I've kind of come to the conclusion, like, there's some nights I find myself, I want to go out, if that makes sense.
Yes.
I really don't want to go to the bar, but like, I want to go have fun and like do something. So, I don't know. It's a weird feeling.
It's a weird, like, cousin of FOMO almost.
Exactly, yeah. But like, I'm also super comfortable with just chilling in my house,
not doing anything, and like watching whatever's on that night.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely, yeah.
It is like a weird line. I don't know how to describe it, but yeah, that's been happening lately. I also kind of have just discovered. I think maybe I'm just the type. I'm more the type to like go to a true bar and kind of sit at a booth and have a beer while talking to friends, rather than like go to the club.
That's age dance. Too.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Like now, I think that's what people start doing when they're legally 21. That's like kind of the move. It's like, okay. And then every once in a while, I mean, clubs are fun for a reason.
Yeah, exactly.
Like dancing. But like,
oh yeah, and true. Also, like once you have a girlfriend too, going to like the clubs and stuff is just pointless,
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah.
I mean, I never had a girlfriend in college, but like, yeah, it's like half the reason to go is to get laid.
Yeah.
That's why talk to people. Everyone goes. But no.
Exactly.
I actually did that. I went up to some girl and then she was like, I don't know if it's because it's Austin or like because my best friend that lives in Austin now, he's gay. And so his roommate's gay. So there was like, I was with like 4 different gay dudes, my entourage, I guess. And like when I go up to her, the first thing she goes is, "Are you gay?" And I was like, "What? No. Like, I'm coming up to talk to you." Like, and then she was like, and like got offended that like I tried hitting on her at a bar.
It's like the first thing she said to you was, "Are you gay?"
Yeah, I don't know. It's Austin, man. Austin is very gay.
Well, there's a big gay population in Austin. That's for sure. Yeah.
Most of my friends when I move there, I imagine, will be gay because my best friend I grew up with him. He's gay. So
fair enough. Are you going to be living with him in Austin?
No, absolutely not.
Oh, okay.
I would not live with him. He is way too high maintenance.
Oh, that's not where I thought that was going at first. I was about to say,
no.
I know.
Not. I've been best friends with this kid since we were 14.
Yeah.
So
that was just funny, the choice of wording, but
no.
All right. Anyway, flipping it on another gear. What have you been watching this week? Have you watched any like Euros? Did you watch the College World Series at all or anything?
Dude, I haven't been able to get into too much. Mostly just college basketball. I mean, not college, playoff basketball.
Yeah.
Because I've been working from like, till 5 p.m. every day, and then I get home, I'm tired, and then I'm like, oh shit, playoffs is on, and that's about it. But I've been keeping up with all the other stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been a bad fan in the sense that like considering this is like playoff time, there's NBA playoffs, there's NHL Stanley Cup Finals is literally on right now. The MLB is at its peak. Everybody's dick riding Shohei and Vladdy, which is, it's awesome to watch. They're killing it.
Oh,
but it's like
Shohei's
I
on
feel like,
level.
dude, I know he had 2 home runs last night. Again, he's killing it. But today he gave up like 4 runs in the first inning against the Yanks. So not doing too hot pitching. It's bound to happen every now and then.
Yeah.
But just in general, like I feel like this is like a super hot time in sports, and I'm just being like a shit fan. Like I feel like I need to be watching more.
It's also like not though at the same time.
It's like the wind down.
It's weird because like regular season baseball has its highs and lows. Regular season baseball, like you can really only watch it if it's your own team. That's the thing about baseball is like you're not really going to catch me watching 2 teams that aren't the Rangers play a game of baseball unless I just so happen to put it on. Like I'm not going to seek out unless like maybe if it's like an all-time pitching duel like DeGrom versus like Bauer or something. Like
that kind of game, and same with like Padres Dodgers. Like if it's a big matchup, I'll try to watch that.
Other than that, though, like there's 162 regular season games a year. If it's not my team, I'm probably not going to watch it. So like you kind of get a pass for not watching a whole lot of baseball unless you're just a baseball fanatic and your whole job is to watch baseball.
The baseball fanatics are a different breed, bro.
They're a different breed.
I truly don't understand how they can keep up with everything they do, but props to them.
And then like I guess the UEFA is going on right now, and if you've been watching some games in that, I haven't.
The Euro,
yeah. Is it called the UEFA or the Euro?
UEFA is the organization that commissions it. So it's the UEFA Euro Cup. Like same thing as like the Champions League is the UEFA Champions League.
Bro, when I tried looking up a score one time for it, and I didn't realize that they're still calling it 2020, and it really fucked with me because I was like, "Well, this already like, how is this live? It's 2020."
Whenever I was like first like starting to tweet, like live tweet a couple games, I tweeted like hashtag Euro 2021, and I was like, "Why is there nothing about this?" And then I looked, and I'm like, "Oh shit, it's still 2020," which I guess makes sense, because it was supposed to happen last year.
COVID, I guess.
Dude, the first round was pretty insane though. Like France, the powerhouse France is gone. They're out of the first round.
Yeah. Dude, Switzerland, right?
Yeah, they lost to Switzerland, and it was penalty kicks. And Kylian Mbappe, like their best player, the future Messi, future Ronaldo, missed like the final penalty to lose the game. It was crazy. I couldn't believe it.
So France is supposed to be like a wagon. Who else do they have? Because I know Mbappe is like.
Dude, they have Mbappe, they have Griezmann, they have Paul Pogba, N'Golo Kanté. Yeah, Pogba, Kanté, who's like Kanté is widely regarded right now as like the best midfielder in the world. He plays for Chelsea. They have Varane in the back, Pavard. Dude, they have so many people. Hugo Lloris in goal. Like they're truly stacked. Like they're a dynasty right now. This is like golden era of French football. They're cold. Well, but then also, another kind of shock was Netherlands, bro. Netherlands lost to Czech Republic 2-0. Yeah,
I don't think
you don't need to know much about soccer.
Decent, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you don't
Czech
need to know much
Republic
about
is a
soccer.
Pretty small country.
Yeah, exactly.
That doesn't have much of a history with soccer, I don't think.
Yeah, they're not phenomenal. I can say that. I can tell you that.
Who do the Netherlands have that are really good?
Netherlands, right now, Memphis Depay has been playing really well. They have like in the back, Matthias de Ligt, who's like the youngster. He plays for Juventus. And then when their captain is Wijnaldum, the midfielder for Liverpool.
Okay.
So Netherlands really doesn't have any like a wow factor name right now.
Not a star power.
Yeah, not like truly a star, but they just have like collectively some good players. Yeah, solid guys. Like they should be playing way better than they are. Netherlands really hasn't done much in the past like decade even.
But England though,
they're looking good. Yeah.
Yeah.
England's looking
hell
good.
Yeah. No, that hashtag though, England Germany, that was really sus.
Oh my god, bro. Dude, I saw it. Inger. Yeah.
Yeah, capital E and G Like I saw that somebody liked it because you tweeted it, and I almost texted you like, "Why the fuck did you tweet that?" And then I like looked, and I was like, "Oh, it's fucking the Euro." And then I checked Twitter later that day, and I saw that was like number 2 on trending, not for just sports either. And I was like, "Oh, well, then he's okay."
Yeah, that's the only reason I
for
did
a
this.
second, I was like, "Bro, what is on our Twitter?"
They definitely should have arranged it like Germany first, so it would have been Jering instead. But
I thought the same thing. I was
it's like, whatever. But yeah, that was weird too. But I don't know. England next round they play Ukraine, so England has like a golden path to the semifinal. So I wouldn't be surprised if it would be Belgium against England in the final, which would be sick. I would love to see that.
I'd put money on England. I'd want it for England, I guess. Because
what?
Haven't they had a lot of like woes in international soccer for like most of our lifetime?
Yeah, like all of our lifetime almost. They've been kind of right now. This is definitely the best team that they've had in like the past probably decade or so. And a lot of English fans are kind of saying the statement is it's coming home because soccer was like born in England, so every time like they win a major trophy, football is coming home kind of thing. So everybody's hyped. They think like this is the year. So everybody seems to be pretty high on England right now.
Who are their main guys? Because I don't know any. All the English players that I know are like Wayne Rooney and like Frank Lampard.
They got Harry Kane, Raheem.
Oh yeah,
Harry Kane's pretty big. Raheem Sterling, he's a big one. Harry Maguire in the back. John Stones. Pickford is in goal for them. I'm trying to think off the top of my head. There's a bunch of good players for them. There's Henderson. There's, well, I mean that's like half the starting lineup right there. But
USA 2022.
Hey, USA, bro.
Like,
USA soccer's on the come up. They're finally doing what they need to do, what they've needed to be doing this whole time. Like our youth system in America for soccer is absolutely terrible. Like the academy system for training kids, like from even like age 8 and under all the way up through high school. That's what we need to be doing. That's what teams in Europe have. They have literally specified academies. The MLS started like focusing on it recently. Like even the team I'm wearing right now, FC Dallas, they started an academy with Bayern Munich, the German team. And so now they're like developing their players together kind of. And it's a really good idea because now you see like America has they've stopped playing with their 40-year-old men. You know what I mean? Like Clint Dempsey, Josie Altidore. Do you remember that era?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like we've stopped playing with a bunch of 40-year-olds and we're finally playing like youngsters that are less experienced but have way more potential, like 18-year-olds to 20-year-olds. And it's like it's paying off tremendously. They're playing so well.
No, yeah. So hopefully maybe that'll make MLS better too. I hope. Yeah. So I was talking to my cousin that the one bet that I placed this past week was on Austin FC because in the new one. But then the literally last week while I was talking about how I couldn't get in because the whole 0-0 game. Put $20 on Austin FC. Sure enough, 0-0.
Damn.
So that's not a good way to start off the fandom.
That is
because I don't give a shit about FC Dallas, to be honest. Like
no, I mean I really don't either. I consider myself when it comes to MLS an Atlanta United fan. I guess you can't really see it, but like right above that, I have an Atlanta scarf. Just because my brother lives in Atlanta, and they're one of the new what's the word I'm
expansion
looking for? Expansion teams, yeah.
Yeah.
And so I went to their first ever game and kind of just sick. Like been like following them since. So
nah, I'm kind of excited about Austin FC because it's like the first ever professional sports team to hit Austin. So like people are gonna go crazy for that shit. And it's kind of like MLS and Austin is like kind of a good mix because Austin is kind of like that, like I don't know, like just like I feel like MLS could be like a sport that snobs can get into because they think they're better because they root for the MLS team, you know?
Yeah, I can see it. I don't know. I could just see
that granola white guy.
Town. Yeah, no, for sure.
It's like I prefer football. You know what I mean? Like
yeah, football.
The real
I would
football.
never see. I could never see Austin as like a football or basketball town. Really.
See, I almost said that, but then UT, like they're crazy about UT, but
You're
UT
right.
is
I
from
think
all
that's a
over the
different
states,
vibe, though. Yeah. Yeah,
It's,
exactly.
that's almost like the entire state of Texas because so much history is rooted into the University of Texas.
Dude, even people that didn't go to UT or have any affiliation with UT root for them, bro.
That's true. It's an Austin thing. So maybe they could host an NFL team, but I don't know.
I don't know if they're big enough.
Maybe
What's the population?
NFL, it's in the millions. I know it's
Okay.
at least 8 million.
Okay, so maybe you could host it.
It'd be a small market team for sure.
Yeah.
But probably in the future. This is probably like 40 years off, honestly.
Way down the road.
Yeah. Well, when the NFL expands.
I was just thinking about it the other day. I mean, I know this is baseball. It's a little bit different. But, like, California, they have 5 teams.
Ridiculous.
Right? It's like the Padres, the A's, what's it called? The Dodgers, the Giants, the Angels. That's 5. Yeah. Yeah. Like, why did they get – like, that's literally like 20% of the league almost.
Well, one, California has a lot of big cities that baseball can market to, and 2, because the weather's so nice, and baseball's played outside, so that has a lot to do with it.
Okay, I didn't even think about that, actually.
It's not that California has 5 teams, it's that here in the city, now I don't have to drive 3 hours or I don't have to drive 2.5 hours from San Diego to LA to catch, one of those games. I can just stay in San Diego and go to our games all the time. And this nice, beautiful San Diego weather. It's kind of the deal.
Well, do you think more teams are going to move towards like the dome trend, kind of how the Rangers did? Because it makes sense for Texas. It made a lot of sense.
It's so hot. It's just so hot.
Yeah,
and I mean, we were kind of late on that, honestly, because like all of our NFL or football stadiums and shit, they're all domed.
Yeah.
So the Rangers were kind of late on that. So I don't know. Maybe, but like I don't know. Most of the time in California, like the weather's so nice.
Yeah, I mean it's perfect, bro.
In a lot of places, and like when baseball's in the dead middle of summer, like honestly, in my opinion, there's nothing better than sitting outside and watching a baseball game, especially if it's only like 78 degrees.
No, yeah, I went to a Rangers game not too long ago with my girlfriend, and I brought my hat and sunglasses and everything. She was like, why would it be open? Like, it's hot outside. And I'm like, because it's baseball. What do you mean? Like, I want it to be outside. She's like, do you want it to be open? I'm like, yes. Come on. It's a 1:00 game on a Sunday.
Yeah.
This is what baseball is.
Yeah. I mean, like, it also gets like, 140 or something like that on the fucking field. Like 120.
Yeah, I don't even know. It's something
old
bad.
Ballpark. It was something
in the old ballpark.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't remember exactly, but I do remember hearing something like that.
I remember sitting close to home plate in day games in the middle of summer, and it just being like miserably hot. But I was all about it because I was like, a little sports freak and like love being as close as I possibly could. But I kind of get it. Like, it is ridiculous to be in that heat, especially if you're a player and you have to play in that for most of the season. Like, you're gonna get sick of it.
No. Oh, one thing I kind of discovered recently about the Rangers, the new ballpark at least, is dude, they have so many like secret little all-you-can-eat sections or like all-you-can-drink, like where they literally serve you throughout the whole game, and like some of them are even like on the floor level, like on the field. And they're not even that expensive. Like, they're really not that expensive. It's totally worth it.
There's some shit in like the right and left field walls.
Yeah, I know, like the underneath the big ass screen, those upper levels, those are all you can eat sections.
Yeah.
But like I want to go whenever I still got, what is it now? What's today? The 30th? I got 26 days until I'm 21. Wait, is there a 31st in June?
Yeah.
Okay. Well then, yeah, I got 26 days till I'm 21. So as soon as that happens, I want to go to all you can drink section. Yeah,
today's the last day of June. Sorry. There's only 30.
Yeah, so if there's 30, okay, well then no, 25, okay, because it's on the 25th. But anyway, then I want to go to them all-you-can-drink sections at the stadium and just get served. Hammered. Yeah, just get smacked during the game. That'd make it so much better.
Them ballpark beers will hit you.
Dude, I know. And anytime I'm at a baseball game, just like in like the normal seating in the outfield or something, and I don't have a beer in my hand, even if it could be like 12 o'clock in the afternoon. Being at a baseball game just gives me, I just have an urge. I need a beer in my hand.
Yeah.
That's just the way it is.
Bro, I ordered the beers at fucking Texas Live are $15.
No.
Swear to God.
Oh my God.
Last time I went there, I ordered, because we went to the game, me and my buddy that's an Astros fan, lives in Houston, and then my roommate. After the game, we were like, here, let's just stop, have a beer, wait for the rain to clear out. And sure enough, man, she gave me back the receipt, 3 Dos Equis, $45.
Just like a normal bottle of Dos Equis?
No, it was on tap.
Okay. That's better at least.
I mean, like, not really, but like, yeah. And so I was like, all right, $1 tip. It's like I looked at my friends. I was like, I'm gonna need y'all to with me for these guys.
That's damn 15. What are the other drinks then? That's a crime.
I don't even want to know. I remember
I've thought about going to Texas Live too. Like that'd be kind of fun. I feel like
I remember I went opening day of 2020, like during COVID. We went. Me and my friends went, and we were ordering tequila shots. And I got really drunk, so I don't know how much we had to drink. I just remember that I spent $60. And
damn,
but $15, dude. Holy fuck,
that's definitely not worth it for one beer. Well, no. I mean, I guess when in Rome, if you're
plus usually like if you're at the ballpark, you're kind of in that mood where you're like, I'm gonna spend some money today.
So for sure,
yeah, because that's just how it goes. Like you're gonna spend $6 for
$15 on a burger.
Oh, I don't know about that,
dude.
I don't know. $15 though, you can get a fucking 12-pack for that shit.
Well, not at I was going to say at a gas station, but not at Rangers ballpark.
But still, like, goddamn,
it is a ripoff for sure.
It is a little much, but they're getting away with it and they're killing it.
They are.
This is such a cool place too.
It is. I love the new stadium. Everything about it is pretty sick.
Well, the stadium beers are only like $10.
Yeah, they're not terrible.
Still, and like the $10 ones were high, tall drafts because I got beers on draft there.
Okay.
I got once Carbach and Sons, Houston Brewery.
Carbach and Sons.
Carbach and Sons, I think.
Okay, yeah.
Or Carbach. It's just Carbach. But yeah.
I just got Michelob every time I've gone.
Shit, Michelob. I don't know. I'm a big like. I like to try a bunch of different beers and a whole bunch of.
Oh, you're one of those guys? Are you?
I am.
An enthusiast?
I know too. And the older I get to, the more I've gotten IPAs, and I'm like, I'm just this fucking close away from being like the most basic white dude.
Yeah, like you're gonna pull up to a barbecue with like just be like somebody's gonna tell you to bring beer, and you're gonna be like, yeah, well, I know I only brought a 6-pack, but these are like 20% BVA IPAs, and like it'll be good for everybody.
Probably, dude. It's probably get worse when I move to Austin. You know what I mean? Like just those tendencies.
There's a lot of breweries in Austin, isn't there?
Oh yeah, I had one called an Electric Jellyfish. It's fucking dope. Hazy IPA.
Sounds good. That's a good name.
Good. Yeah, I had it on draft too. He was just so much better on draft.
I agree. Yeah,
it's like sex without the condom.
It's a good way to put it, honestly. Yeah. I need to get more into like trying, craft beers and those local kind of things.
Well, I got it. One of the reasons why I got really big into it is because I had a beer wall. Was making a beer wall like my junior year, and so I didn't want to have just like one of those like basic frat beer walls where it was just like
Keystone and Natty.
So I was like, here, like let's try a bunch of beers and put each one on the wall. And so like. Anytime I saw a beer at fucking Albertsons I hadn't seen before, I'd just pick it up. And then I got like a really dope beer wall.
That's a good way too. I mean, then you really know like what you like, what you don't like.
Oh yeah. And it turns out I like all of it.
I was just about to say, I mean, honestly, every time I try something, there's very few that I just truly dislike. I don't like IPAs though. I will say that IPAs are a bit strong for me.
I used to not either, but like I got really big into them. Or I'm not like big, but like the more and more, like I've gotten warmed up to it. Almost like beer for the first time.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. Yeah, because I remember even my freshman year of college, I used to be like the biggest pussy about beer. I'd be like, no, dude, give me the White Claw, bro. I don't want to drink this shit.
Yeah, I got into it in, like Probably like high school because we were just like my best friend was like, we're getting fucking Keystone. I'm like, all right, let's do it.
All righty, let's.
Yeah.
I would always just go for mixies.
Mixies, yeah. Well, I mean, when he's like, hey, my mom's buying us beer, we don't have to pay for it, so we're getting drunk tonight, and it's Keystone. Like, there's not much.
You gotta just take.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Dude.
But
hey, well, whenever I joined a fraternity, though, that definitely turned around.
It gets. I mean, like,
because now I can drink a beer. I don't know, with breakfast and enjoy it.
Day drinking really helps getting used to
like
beer.
Darties and stuff.
I think the first time I really was like, holy fuck, beer's amazing was just in the dead ass heat of summer, and it was ice cold.
Oh yeah,
that's when I knew
it's crisp. Like yeah. I used to always laugh at like commercials and stuff. It's like,
no, that shit's real.
It's so refreshing, and I'm like, how is beer refreshing? But now I know, bro.
Shit's real. It's as real as it gets.
Exactly. It just took a little bit of age and maturity.
All right, so let's go on the NBA playoffs.
Yeah. Wait. Before we talk about NBA, did you see?
Right.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about this a little bit. Did you see the Tour de France sign collapse? Did you see the video of it?
Yeah,
bro. Fucking ridiculous. So for those that are listening that don't know, the Tour de France is going on right now. I'm not going to act like I know jack shit about cycling because I don't, but I know it's a big deal. And basically this lady was on the side of the road with a sign. I don't know exactly what the sign was saying, but all you need to know is the sign was blocking the road. And literally one of the bikers who was in like the front of the pack ran straight into the sign, flipped over his bike, caused like a massive pile up on the road. I'm talking like over 50 bikers were crashed. Like some people's bikes got broken. It was a mess. But apparently, bro, this lady went on the run. Like she was out of there.
She escaped France.
Yeah. She left France, bro. Could you imagine being that person though?
Well, because they want to sue her too, right?
They're going to. They arrested her now. I think it was this morning, actually.
Oh, they got her?
Yeah, they found her.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, they plan on. Oh wait, yeah, I know what you're saying. Sorry, I kind of cut that off. My bad.
You're good.
No, but they're trying to sue her now. So, like, as an example for other fans to not do shit like that.
Yeah, I mean, like that seems like a little much to like arrest her and like sue her, but I guess did she cause any injuries? Like any like real injuries?
I don't know for sure on that, but looking at that pile up, I would not be surprised if at least one biker got injured.
Couple ligaments or maybe like a little
something.
I mean, were they going fast? I only saw like a short clip.
They were going pretty fast, dude.
They're going pretty fast.
Yeah, it was fast enough to where like brushing against a cardboard sign like completely made it topple over.
Them up.
Yeah. Because I mean, if you think about it, he may have been like if it was a mountain bike or something, he may have been able to like push through it and stay on. But it's like these cycle bikes that are like literally paper thin wheels. I don't understand. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forget they have those fucking. I heard mountain bikes, so like I forget that the road bikes just have like the little
tiny ass thin wheels. Dude, they're even like smaller than road bikes. They're really like
No, they're crazy.
They're solid too.
They're almost like thinner than the fucking Peloton.
Yeah.
Or the spin. Or the Pelotons have the spin?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
It's like the new fancy one with all that shit in it.
Yeah, my mom has one. I haven't used it since I've been home though.
They look dope. I don't know. They look cool.
They're like a $3,000 coat rack. Honestly.
It's kind of like one. Also, those like mirrors. Have you seen those mirrors that are like a workout buddy?
Those look sick.
Those look really cool, bro. I want one of those.
Yeah, I want one, but like I don't know. I like going to the gym too much.
Fair enough. See, I'm a lazy bitch.
Yeah, but so
hey, Mississippi State just won the national championship.
Yep, I just got that.
Dope. All right, we'll talk about that.
Yeah, we'll talk about that when we talk about NC State.
Yeah, but yeah, why the fuck? I just don't understand with this whole thing. Like, I'm surprised this has never happened before because I guess I just don't watch Tour de France ever. But why is there no gates blocking it? You know?
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. Like, even if it didn't happen, like, how do they not know that people are crazy and they're gonna try and like, I don't know, do whatever they want because they can?
Yeah, like I'm surprised somebody hasn't like literally just ran out in front of the bike path and been like, "Fucking hit me!" Like, you know?
Well, if the Tour de France was in America, then that would probably have happened already.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Dude,
I don't know.
I never.
Maybe like France and like Europe is just more respectful of the sport.
Yeah, maybe. I guess. I mean, in general, I feel like European fans are more. Actually, I was going to say
soccer
more
fans.
respectful. Yeah, soccer fans.
Soccer fans are nuts,
dude. Yeah, they're pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Dude, sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say they call us crazy, but like I don't know.
Dude, yeah, with like all these riots and shit recently, it's tough to tell. But like just looking, whenever I was like reading up on the lady fleeing and everything like that, I never realized how intense the Tour de France really is, bro. It's 2,121 miles. That's fucking insane. Of just biking, bro.
Yeah.
These dudes' assholes have got to be sore.
Dude, that's why everyone thought like what's his name? Lance Armstrong's ball cancer was like legit at first, just because it was from fucking bumping. Everyone was like, "Oh, it's probably from riding a bike for 100,000 miles," but it was actually because of the steroids. But it sucks. And have you seen like bikers' legs, bro, when they like get like after a race? It's crazy. Like their veins are like popping out like really bad. They're like the size of rocks. It's weird, man.
Dude, I bet like kind of like we talked about it last week, runner's high. Mm-hmm. I bet they get that same thing. You know what I mean? They just get like to a point where their legs are just churning at a certain pace.
I don't fucking know what goes through those guys' minds, because they go uphill and they don't just go uphill, they'll go uphill for miles. You know what I mean?
And fast too. Like they keep the same pace.
Yeah, and I don't get that, because like going uphill on just like a fucking 500-foot hill, I'm like, oh shit, that sucked.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, like even on a mountain bike.
Yeah, even on a mountain bike, exactly. I don't know. They're just a different breed.
And do they get water breaks or anything?
Yeah, they'll stop a lot.
Okay, that makes sense.
They can only go for like, I think they have to stop at checkpoints, I'm pretty sure.
There's legs of it. Like today, I think is the fourth leg.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't really know how that works exactly, but
it's pretty intricate. I don't know how those sports make money either.
Yeah, me neither, actually. I would say
there's
advertising. Yeah, like advertising, sponsorships, but like how many people really watch the Tour de France on TV? Yeah, like, that's where the money would come from, right? Is like the viewership. But I don't really know anybody that looks forward to it every year. They're like, "Oh, yay, it's Tour de France time."
And that's the Tour de France is the only one that I know of. Apparently, there's a lot. But like, I know there's a lot of amateur bikers. Like that's a big thing. Like they'll pay. Like, have you ever seen that movie, Icarus?
No, but I've heard of it.
Scandal. The first half of it is about him being an amateur biker or cyclist, and they'll pay to like be a part of these big races. But like the professionals, they don't pay. Like they get everything paid for them, and they're world-class athletes, I guess. And their life has to be devoted to be able to compete in these events. But, like, I really don't know how they make any money, because like, first of all, there's hundreds of them.
Yeah.
So I guess, it'd almost be like if they're like minor league baseball players, where they have to have like their job and this is like their hobby almost.
Yeah, I could see that. Because other than Lance Armstrong, have you ever heard of a cyclist?
Fucking no.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like it has to be something kind of like the minor leagues. Because, I don't know exactly how many athletes are racing in each Tour de France, but
there's a bunch.
It looked like 300 or something like that,
I don't know. And I'd be hard pressed to believe if like a guy I worked with in my office was just like, yeah, I need this 2 weeks off because I'm going to go compete in the Tour de France. Be like, motherfucker, what?
You bet your ass you are. Yeah. Like, what?
You're a paper salesman. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I don't know. But I mean, more power to. I don't know. There's just a lot of sports where I'm just like, how does this make money?
Yeah, exactly. I don't. It's whatever.
Yeah.
It did inspire me though for my would you rather question this week is would you rather be the lady that held the sign at the Tour de France and caused the crash, or would you rather be the Denver Nuggets fan that got his ass beat by the Suns and 4 guy and went like viral?
I'd rather be the lady.
Really?
100%.
Why?
Because the guy that got his ass beat by the Suns and 4 dude was a douchebag.
Yeah, okay, you're right, but like the whole world was after this lady, basically.
Yeah, but at least I can like look at the lady and be like, that's kind of funny. But like the dude, I'm just like, you're just a clown.
What do you remember what he was saying, like to start the fight or anything?
I remember it was just like shit talking, and then, but the part about it was sus is that the dude's like after the fight went on like Instagram Live and was like trying to like spin zone it to like saying that they like didn't really get their ass beat or like, and then he like went on to like, didn't he have like a formal interview and like posted it to Twitter or some shit?
Yeah, I did see that.
See, like I'm not about that. I'd rather be the lady. The lady's trying to get away from this clout that she got. Like, you know what I mean? Like she's trying to run away from the feds. But this dude's like,
I don't know.
leaning in about how he got his ass beat. And like, fuck that.
That's basically choosing to either run from the feds or get roasted on social media for getting your ass beat. I don't know. That's a tough choice. Well, you're like that interview though that he posted. That was the dumbest shit I've ever seen, bro. He was like trying to say, yeah, bro, he didn't even really clip me. Like he got me with one good punch and that was it, bro. Like it's like, bro, what are you talking about?
No,
have you not seen the video? Yeah. He literally was like grabbing you, boom, boom, and then talking to somebody else while holding you, and then just fucking goes back to it.
Yeah. Nah, well, I mean, like you said, I think that running away from the feds or trying to be getting trolled by the entire internet, that's like one and the same these days. So
I guess I can
pick your poison.
I don't know. I would just feel so guilty if that was me with the sign crash. I just could not live with myself knowing I caused that.
It's kind of funny though.
It is kind of funny. Like from, a spectator's perspective, it's funny.
All right. Would you rather be stuck in an interview with a star athlete who doesn't want to be there, like a post-game playoff loss, and they're not having it?
Okay.
Or have the greatest interview, like super dope of the sport, but it's a bowler?
Okay. I think that depends. What's like the caliber of the athlete that's bored in the interview?
Like your Kevin Durant of the world.
Okay.
Or like, Patrick Mahomes after he lost, Cam Newton after he lost the Super Bowl type shit.
Okay, yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Well, in my journalism experiences, in school and stuff, I've had a fair share of interviews where I could definitely tell the person doesn't want to be there, and it's not a good feeling because it kind of throws like your whole interview process off. You don't know exactly what to ask, like because you don't feel comfortable because they obviously don't feel comfortable. So honestly, I'd probably go with the bowler. Bowler? Yeah, because who is it? The greatest bowler of all time is that who do you think you are? I am.
Yeah,
that guy.
Yeah.
I would love to interview that guy. So in that sense, I would go with an irrelevant sport like bowling. Because it does suck whenever like they just don't want to talk to you. Like Gary Patterson gets like that, bro.
Oh really?
Yeah, dude. After a loss, I've literally been in like 5 or 6 interviews with Gary, and I've asked him one question because I'm just so nervous every time. Because he's mad whenever we lose.
Oh man, yeah, that's true. And plus, too, if you have like a really good interview too, and if there's like a clip that can go viral, that's just as helpful for your career as interviewing a star that just doesn't want to fucking be there.
No, yeah, exactly. If you have a killer interview, yeah, for sure.
So that's a good one. All right,
hold on, wait. Before we do playoffs, we have a comment on TikTok. This guy says, "Hey, bro, do you think I will make my baseball team?" Hell yeah, I think you're going to make your baseball team. You can do it. Whatever you set your mind to, you can do it, bro. But first, you should go to Twitch and watch the stream. Jesus loves you. Another comment. Okay, yeah. Anyway, enough about the comments.
I was about to say we're done here.
Yeah, we're done with the comments. Let's go on to some playoff talk. All right, the Hawks. Are they legit? Do they have a chance? Can they do it?
The Bucks are just so inconsistent.
They are. It's crazy. I don't understand.
I don't get them. And then Giannis got hurt now. I mean, like, this playoffs has just gotten weirder and weirder. And it's almost like there's so many injuries. Like, I was gassing up these playoffs last week, but like now, if more superstars gets hurt, then these playoffs suck.
Dude, it does, bro. I mean, like, if you think about it, like, who all? Like, Kawhi Leonard was out. James Harden missed time.
3 out of the 4 teams left right now have their best player missing time.
Yeah, that's actually crazy. Suns have the best chance. I mean,
yeah,
we've said it before.
Suns have the best chance. I mean, like, 4 out of the 4 or each team in the last 4 of their guy has missed time in the conference finals. If you think Chris Paul is the Suns' best player,
well, I was just about to say actually, like the Suns haven't even gone completely unscathed. Yeah, Chris Paul has been out, but that wasn't for an injury. That was just because of COVID protocols.
Yeah, but he's vaccinated too. I don't know what was going on there.
I don't either, but league's gonna do what the league wants to do. But my main question with the Hawks series is, both teams have been super inconsistent in general. Because like even whenever they had Trae Young in game 2, they got their ass fucking pummeled by like 30 plus. Yeah, it wasn't even a competition. But then last night they don't have Trae Young and they won by what, like 22? I don't understand. Yeah, I literally don't understand. So now, though, if Trae Young doesn't play, because I don't know exactly how severe the injury is because he's still listed as questionable. But if Trae Young doesn't play, can the Hawks still win the series?
Dude, I feel like anything I say, like, it's just going to come back to bite us.
Yeah.
Like, remember what we said about the last round of playoff series is that literally each 3 predictions that we made about 3 separate, things that was going on were dead ass wrong. And it had to deal with injuries.
Yeah, dude, predictions this playoff have been kind of tough. It's been a weird playoff, but it's been entertaining. I've loved it. It's been awesome.
It's been good. It's been a nice change of pace. I will say that. But sometimes the injuries have gotten a little much.
What's kind of like poetic justice is that, the NBA has been in this realm of super teams and like clear champions, like the Lakers on the West, the Nets on the East. I mean, obviously the Lakers didn't work out, but in general, the super teams where superstars come together. And then now we may have an NBA Finals with 2 non-super teams. It could be the Suns and the Hawks, which nobody really thought of as one of the top dogs coming into the, at the preseason and stuff like that, which that would be awesome. It's kind of, I don't know, what's the word I'm looking for? Poetic justice, like.
Yeah, no,
symphony.
It's pretty ironic. Plus, too, like, I mean, the Bucks aren't a super team. Like, they're centered around Giannis, and the Sun. I mean, like, the Clippers are a super team technically, but like without Kawhi, they're not. You know what I mean?
You're right.
So if they make it to the finals and they still don't have a Kawhi, I wouldn't say that they're a super team in the finals. I mean, if they did, it's a different story. But
no, you're right.
It's weird, and I like it, but like it just feels so weird because we've had it one way for pretty much this past decade.
Yeah, no, exactly. Much. Oh, go ahead.
I was about to, since LeBron went to Miami, it's been super teams.
I think it more so started when KD went to Golden State.
That's when it got like
unnoticeably bad.
That's when it got like blown out of proportion. But LeBron, like the Heat really kicked off the super team era.
You're right. Yeah. They made it like kind of known in the media per se that like this is a thing, I want to go play with Dwayne Wade. Yeah, I get that. But on the Clippers, I'm surprised how well they've been playing without Kawhi. I really did not think Paul George was capable of this, but these last few games, he's put the team on his back. He's played well, and I'm very surprised, to say the least.
Yeah, I mean, like he goes in and out. If he strings together more consistent games, then yeah. But like I don't know, he had the game 2 debacle. I'm not really sure how well he played. I don't think he was kind of a no-show in game 3 or game 4.
Yeah, he still has been a bit inconsistent, but then he's been dropping like 39-point games. Like,
yeah, I mean, game 5 he dropped what 41.
So yeah, I think so. He broke 40.
I mean, I'll tell you who's insane too is like Reggie Jackson right now.
Reggie Jackson,
there's 5 minutes left in that game 5. I was like, this is still a game, and then Reggie Jackson hit that 3 and then hit that dunk, and I'm like, that's game.
Yeah, no, he put the dagger on it. Yeah. They have good role players too, so it's like their role players are actually playing up to the level that they should be. You know what I mean? Whereas like the Mavs superstar duo, whenever one wasn't there, even though Kristaps was there, he wasn't there. The role players didn't really step up. The Clippers have done like the exact opposite, kind of.
Maybe that's going to be the new thing, is that instead of going with 3 guys and sacrificing all your depth, you go with 2 guys, 2 superstars, and still have some depth. That might be the new thing going forward.
That makes more sense to me too, and it makes the league a bit more competitive.
And that would make it more like, I don't know, it should be more super teams, I guess, too. So then it wouldn't necessarily be the super team era. Super team era would just be like a different form of the superstar era.
Yeah, it'd be more spread out too. Spread the love.
Yeah. I could deal with duos. I can live with that.
So
especially if Dame went to Dallas.
Yeah, I like duos a lot more than I like big threes and stuff. Dame at Dallas, I'm rooting for that, honestly. I'm not a Mavs fan. I'm a Luka fan, though. I would love to see Dame in Dallas. Then they would just have to figure out their big man. They would need a big man for sure.
We can get one of those.
Yeah, but centers aren't as disposable as guards in the NBA.
True.
But in general, though, with the Clippers, if they come, I don't think they're going to. I guess the game's going on right now. I don't know the score. But if they manage to pull it off and they win the series, is the era of playoff P and pandemic P, is that over? Should people finally stop joking about him?
No, because he's going to choke in the finals.
Okay, that's true, I guess. We would still have another series to judge, but
if he wins the finals, then like we all have to shut the fuck up.
Yeah. That's very true.
That's just how it has to be. But
I don't think that's gonna happen.
He's gonna be, the internet's punching bag, I think.
Yeah, probably. Which is fun. I like it.
I love it. Didn't he give himself that nickname?
Pandemic P? I think he did.
No, not Pandemic P, the playoff P thing.
Well, the playoff P he was being serious about.
Yeah.
And then it turned into a joke, yeah.
Well, because like he said it in an interview, right? The playoff P is like, playoff P.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck that.
It's turned into a big joke. Even like the broadcasters, like Ernie Smith and Shaq and them, like they joke about it and stuff, and they've called it playoff P before. But also on the Clippers, did you see Stephen A. Smith? He had it was on First Take. He said that Tyronn Lue is the best coach in the NBA right now, and it's not even close. What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, I guess I will say that like it's kind of dawned on me since they've lost Kawhi. I'm like, oh, maybe Tyronn Lue. Like I thought he was just LeBron's lackey in Cleveland. And I guess that wasn't the case. I guess he's just actually like a pretty good coach. And I mean, like, I can't say that he's not because of how the team has performed since they've lost Kawhi. So, like, I wouldn't say he's the best, but like, I don't know, probably.
Yeah, I wouldn't say he's terrible.
Like, I'd say he's a pretty good coach. He's probably in the top 10 now.
I'd say top half. I don't know, though. I wouldn't even put him in like top 5 just because, like, when I think of the best coaches in the NBA, like automatically my mind goes to like the Greg Popovich, Steve Kerr, even, and those guys right now. That's the head coach and assistant coach for Team USA in the Olympics. So like there's a reason they picked those guys, for the coaching slots.
True. And they've been around a lot longer too.
That's true. Yeah. Tyronn Lue's a bit newer to the head coaching realm.
Ty Lue, he took a couple years off. He went to LA, right? I mean, the Lakers, right?
He was an assistant coach for the Clippers before he took over the head coaching job.
Oh, okay. He was for the Clippers. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, maybe Rick Carlisle, you could say, but I don't even know.
I mean, Carlisle's up there. He is one of the better coaches. Yeah, for sure. I would say Eric Spoelstra.
Spoels.
He's like, I know I'm a bit biased as a Heat fan, but Spoelstra is a really, really good coach. Like, he's done a lot for the Heat.
No, yeah. That's what pretty much that whole finals run last year was just like, oh, wow, we've definitely underappreciated Spoelstra in the media.
Yeah.
Sure. I mean, he's a great coach.
Crazy. He started out in the Heat's mailroom as like a mailroom assistant and then worked his way up to fucking head coach. It's pretty crazy.
He's definitely one of the more likable head coaches in the NBA.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's hard to say. Like, it's honestly not that crazy because nowadays, like within the NBA, guys get chewed up and spit out all the time. Like, you're going to be in a coaching position for only 2 years.
Yeah, super disposable. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's really to say that isn't the most blasphemous thing I've ever heard.
No, I agree. It's not. Whenever I first heard it,
maybe he's saying in the playoffs when he's saying that, because you kind of forget that about all those other guys. I mean,
in elimination games, I think right now he has an 8-2 record or something like that.
That's ridiculous.
So I get it in the playoffs, but whenever I first, just the more we talk about it, the more I can kind of see him being one of the better coaches. Not the best though, not at all the best. But my first reaction to this was, oh my God, this is a freezing cold take. This is terrible. Stephen A. Smith should be fined for even thinking this. But when you break it down, he hasn't done terrible. I will say though, in what was it, game 2? Yeah, game 2 where the Suns won on that buzzer beater dunk. That was bad coaching at the end of the game.
That was bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you're gonna have mental lapses. It's
of course.
Hard not to. But I don't know. I mean, he's gotten him this far, and I think it's the Clippers have gotten this far, and I think a lot of it has to do with him. I would say that.
I wouldn't put it past him. Yeah, he does seem like he's definitely had a lot bigger of a role with the Clippers than he ever did when he was LeBron's pet in Cleveland.
Yeah.
He was literally LeBron's bitch, dude. He would just yell at him like, Tyronn, go sit down. I got to tell the team what to do.
Dude, well, that's just LeBron, though.
Yeah.
Is he that bad as he is with Vogel?
I don't think so. They have a better relationship from what I've heard.
Okay. I don't know. That's just what LeBron does, though. LeBron's the head coach, GM, and
he's everything.
Assistant to the regional manager and all that. So,
yeah, he can do whatever he wants.
But no. So let's talk about Mississippi State beat Vanderbilt for the championship.
They beat him handily too.
Beat him 9-0. 9-0.
Jeez.
And but NC State got raped.
Yeah,
there's
literally
no way to say it.
The NCAA bent them over, fucked them, sodomized them, castrated them. Every other fucked up word you can think of. The NCAA
gaslighted them.
Yeah, gaslight everything, bro.
That's a new buzzword for these days.
They did everything imaginable to NC State. To paint the picture, NC State was one of 2 unseeded teams in the College World Series. So for context, that means they're an underdog, one of the bigger underdogs in the whole thing, but they were winning. They were dominating. They had already beaten Vanderbilt once. They had already beaten Stanford. They were in prime position to go to the College World Series final, right? But then heading into their semifinal game, I guess, if they win, they go on to the final. They had a bit of trouble with COVID. They had to play a game with 13 players, literally 9 position players and 4 pitchers. And they lost that game 3-1, which then set up a winner-go-home game against Vanderbilt, where the winner would go to the College World Series final. The NCAA literally at 2 a.m. in the middle of the night announces that because of a couple positive COVID tests, NC State was automatically disqualified from the tournament, and Vanderbilt would take the spot in the final, which is just absolute bullshit. I can't believe they don't give a shit about their athletes. It's one of the saddest things to happen in a while.
Yeah, and then I want to say this too, and I know this has been repeated a lot, and I'm definitely farthest away from the first person to say this, but that is absolute bullshit how they bragged about the attendance record being broken, like literally as they were announcing that this is going to happen because of COVID. Like, I know for a fact that maybe not even half those fans were vaccinated, but they're all maskless, no social distancing or whatever. Yeah. So if you're gonna say the whole pretend to care about mental health or like COVID of all that, you clearly don't. Like, which
yeah,
is
exactly. Like, and a lot of people argued, like, why don't they just postpone the game? Which that would make sense, right? Postpone the game, maybe retest the kids, because 2 of the kids that tested positive were vaccinated. So, like, what if it was a false positive? I don't know.
How many lives were saved? How many lives were saved?
Exactly. Like, you know, how many lives were even at risk, really, if, like, the team had been together the whole time? And then whenever they were kicked out, there was a photo of them that went viral on the team, like on the state. Fuck, I can't talk. On the field, because they took a photo together as a team at 3 a.m. after the NCAA announced the no contest. And so the team was all together then. Why is that okay?
Because they, I mean, like, it's obviously clearly not going to murder them. They might just get, they might get sleepy for a week, like what happened to me. And they're clearly a lot better and healthy than I am. And it's like, I don't know. I don't get it. Like, they're going to be fine. They're college athletes. Like, they're literally the least effective demographic of COVID. So it just doesn't make any sense. It's just such a huge fuck up of a decision. It's almost like the NCAA was trying to seem woke by canceling it. And like, I don't know. And I hate using woke. I feel like
I get what you mean.
But like, it's like they're trying to seem like, oh, we're taking these measures to, prevent the spread of COVID-19. But it's like, do you really care? Because you really just fucked over a group of guys that were really trying to earn something and then couldn't do it, that had something that was completely out of their hands, especially if they got vaccinated as well. Because it's just like they took the steps to make sure that this didn't happen. Yeah. You're still going to fuck them over. And it's just like, it just makes me so mad.
No, exactly. Because these kids, like, I mean, I hate to sound cheesy, but I mean, like, these kids worked so hard, like, the whole season. They were having a hell of a year. They were playing the best baseball they had played all year at the perfect time. And then the NCAA literally just rips it away. Fuck you. Nope.
It's honestly like the theme of entire COVID is that our age group has been the most fucked over by this, but also the least affected by the virus itself.
Very true.
We have 100% undoubtedly, like, besides the people that lost loved ones, have been fucked over the most.
Yeah. Of course, yeah.
And so, like, it's just, I don't know. It makes me mad. But I have a lot of anger towards that right now. My senior, but whatever. But yeah, I just can't believe this, honestly.
Yeah, and then I saw it was pretty funny. One of the NC State players made a TikTok. He got really drunk. I assume he was slurring his words kind of, but he was like, man, basically he was just like, man, the NCAA, how could you guys do this? He's like, I know I would have bet $1 billion that we would beat Vanderbilt. And then he was saying, do you know who Jack Leiter is?
Yeah, he's one of their top prospects.
Yeah, he's a pitcher for Vanderbilt. He's Al Leiter, MLB legend. He's his son. And so basically he was like, ESPN, they're just going to suck Jack Leiter's dick. Oh, show Al Leiter on TV again. Ooh. And it was so funny, bro. But I really believe, I'm not the biggest baseball expert by any means, but I really believe NC State was playing out of their minds. They were going to win the whole thing. I can't believe this shit happened.
I don't know. I mean, at least give them the chance to do it.
Exactly.
It's just the most tone-deaf decision I've ever seen being made ever.
Dude, it's honestly not even the first time the NCAA has done shit like this, though. I remember a few weeks ago, or not a few, like probably a few months ago, the NCAA women's golf championship. They go into like a regionals and then like a next round based on seeding and stuff. But they literally came out before the competition even started and were like, yeah, so the course is not playable at a championship level. Therefore, the seeds 1 through 6 will automatically advance to the national championship stage. And like the seeds below them were like, what the fuck? Like we just came all the way out here. We earned a spot and you're just going to tell us we have to go home. And like, what are the odds proven by NC State in the College World Series? What are the odds that like the top national seeds advance to the farthest stage every time? It doesn't happen. There's usually at least one underdog in there. So like, it's just so fucked. Like you said, it's a tone deaf decision. I don't know, bro. The NCAA really gives me a lot of headaches with some of their shit they do.
Well, they're about to freaking probably crumble and fall when this athletes making money business starts really kicking in.
Yeah, the NIL. Oh, yeah, dude, that starts literally tomorrow. Yeah, shit. Yeah, so I guess the NCAA is now allowing collegiate athletes to profit off their name, image, and likeness, which finally, I mean, shit. You know, NCAA video games can happen.
I'm so ready for that.
Yeah, dude, I'm so hyped. I've heard too, a lot of schools and athletes are working on like individual merchandise. So like we may get some Max Duggan merch and stuff like that.
Yes,
so that'll be pretty cool.
Oh, so we can finally get like an actual like player's jersey that we have to custom buy. We can pick like a Duggan jersey out of the bookstore instead of getting like or a basic Andy Dalton 14 jersey that doesn't even have his name on the back.
Yeah, exactly. We can get names, and you can. I mean, even past jerseys. Like, you know, if we want to buy a Duggan autograph, I think we can now. I'm not sure like the rules on autographs. But I know the NCAA used to be super strict on no autographs. So
yeah,
it would make sense for it to be cool now, like to be allowed now.
Well, I'm just glad we're getting our video games back, honestly. That's
the main thing about this.
That's the most important part.
So do you think like this is going to lead to college athletes being paid in general though?
I want to say like it might give. I don't think it's really going to change anything because I think guys have been doing it under the table for forever.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just going to make it more accessible and have to go through less hoops to do it. So making more guys will do it. But the guys that people are getting worried about, like, recruiting and like giving an advantage to player A over player B. I think that's what's happening irregardless of the name, image and likeness. You know, either for or against it. So I don't think it's going to change a whole lot, but I think it's going to make things better for guys at lesser known schools because there's less like, you know, guys at big schools, people will come up to them as a business venture to get them to autograph a whole bunch of shit. Kind of like Johnny Football was saying, like a guy came up to him at fucking Westgate and was like, come into this room and sign a whole bunch of shit, and I'm gonna give you $30,000. Okay, well, that doesn't happen at smaller schools necessarily, but now they're gonna be more able to do that. But that was gonna happen at the big schools over the group of 5 schools and shit either way. You know what I mean?
I'm sure there's some shit that goes down at Alabama, Clemson.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. 100%.
Everything, dude. Like, I mean, you've seen it here. Like every football player at TCU drives a fucking Camaro or, you know, or whatever muscle car that they want.
I wouldn't put it past us. I mean, considering we just got hit with some NCAA basketball probation.
No, absolutely. Like, you know, and it's like, and TCU is by far and away the only school to do it. I mean, I got, you know, I'm sure you do as well, like friends all over the country that go to different schools talk about, you know, the different kind of bling and shit that the football players have. So like, you know, they make fucking money. Like they get a shit ton of money from boosters and all that. This is nothing new. College athletes get well paid. Now they can just make money off of doing it instead of under the table and, you know, doing it through the back door.
Out in the open.
They can be cool about it and not have to worry about, you know, getting caught.
Well, in general, like they don't get paid a salary per se.
They get a stipend.
Yeah, every college athlete, at least at a major school, gets a stipend every semester. And past that stipend, they also get free tutoring. They get free room and board. They get free meals with like personalized chefs. Literally, like they have their own nutritionists and stuff. They get free clothes to wear. They get free backpacks. They get free school equipment. So it's like
they get treated like royalty on top of that.
Yeah. So it's like really like when we talk about should they get paid, they really already get paid. It's just they don't have any spending money per se.
Yeah. And I mean, like, I don't know. I mean, because they get whatever they want. Like even the fucking, third stringers, like if they walk into a party that somebody's throwing and they go, I'm on the football team, people are going to be like, yeah, come in. Come drink.
Oh, get this. Wait, bro, beer's in the fridge, bro. Yeah.
Or I'm sure, Duggan probably doesn't pay for too many drinks out on 7th Street.
Oh, definitely not.
Like, I don't know. Because every fucking drunk frat dude that sees Duggan is going to go, Duggan, let me buy you a AMF.
Yeah, exactly. Like, let's drink it, Duggan.
Yeah. So, like, honestly, like, really, they already get paid. They really do. I mean, it might have been different 40, 50 years ago, but in today's age, in the past, 10, 20 years, like, guys are getting well compensated.
That makes me wonder kind of just how difficult it is to go to a bar, like a college bar, as like a big athlete like that, like Johnny Manziel, I wonder how much he got hoarded anytime, because Johnny Manziel was a partier, he liked to go out to bars. So just imagine like every time you go out having everybody like, oh my God, it's Johnny Manziel.
Well, Johnny Football loved it. It was a part of all of it. That's so true, usually if guys like to party, they like that aspect of it.
That's true. Yeah, he was one of those guys.
He fucking ate it up. He's still living off of what he did in college. Nothing wrong with that because, like, I mean, he did more in college than I'll ever, accomplish in terms of, like, public spotlight. So, like, I'd probably want to live off that too.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, plus, if somebody offered me $30,000 to sign a few footballs, yes, sir. I'm signing whatever you want.
If you think about it, Johnny Football probably had the greatest college experience of anyone to ever live. Because
he really did.
He was a star of a fucking the football team in the SEC, breaking records, winning the Heisman. On top of that, partying like a motherfucker, going out every single night, living it up on Westgate, which Westgate and A&M is super fun.
Northgate.
So Northgate. Well, I don't know why I said Westgate. Northgate. You're right. I've been to Northgate too. Living it up and down every night, going to practice hungover, tearing up Florida, tearing up Bama. Like,
that is the life.
That is like, you can't fucking, that's almost like an 80s movie. He was an 80s movie hero.
Dude, they should make a movie about him. I would watch it.
A Johnny Manziel, like,
yeah.
That would be sick. And you could go dark with it too. You could be like, lean on the struggles when he's in the NFL. I don't know. That would be a sick movie.
No, because like there's a lot of struggles that he went through and stuff like that. They could totally make that into a movie. Like a bunch of emotional sides and everything. Yeah. Because I mean, you gotta that lifestyle, being like an icon like that, has got to go to your head. And he's even said it in interviews too. Like that it kind of fucked him up a little bit. And that now he's like kind of starting to realize it. But I don't know how I would handle all that. I'm sure I would probably change in some fashion.
I'm sure he'll sell the rights to the story like that too if somebody came up to him.
Oh yeah. So Johnny Manziel's all about his money.
Money Manziel, baby. But cool. No, it's good though. I think it's the right move though.
All right. Dude, these TikTok comments are interesting.
Oh,
we got your glasses make me feel young. Thank you. DJ Wilson will be an X factor in the Bucs series. Don't even know who that is.
That's a controversial sports opinion.
Jason Kidd is better than Tim Duncan. All right, get out of here, bro. What? Get out of here.
This is good. We're having controversial sports opinions, and that's our next segment.
And then one guy commented, do you like the LGBTQ twice? Yes, I support LGBTQ. But interesting thing to comment on a TikTok live.
He wants to know.
He wants to know. And I mean, I do. He needs the answers and I have them. All right, let's get into some controversial sports takes.
Yeah, let's do it.
You found it. You go ahead and explain it and everything.
Basically what I've been seeing a bunch of like Twitter posts and Reddit posts about like what your most unpopular or controversial sports opinion is. And so news has been slow this week. We thought of making it into a segment. I honestly think that this segment could go pretty well and get pretty good, and we might bring it more in the future depending on.
Yeah, let's go through. Let's just do a few of them maybe this time.
Yeah, I have a shit ton. So I'll just kind of filter them out as I go.
Okay.
So here's one I really like. The NBA GOAT debate is pointless.
Okay. I agree with that. I fuck with it. Yeah.
Like that is a controversial opinion that I can 100% get behind. Because like honestly, like the whole MJ versus LeBron thing, like I'll do it and I'll get into it.
Oh, me too.
But like if it never happened again, or if I never got into another one, like I wouldn't lose any sleep.
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't either. Yeah, because on one end we just kind of have to appreciate the greatness, like that they are both once in a lifetime athletes. We may never see a career like theirs again. So yeah, I fuck with that one.
Yeah,
NBA GOAT debate is pointless. I would not lose sleep if everybody just universally agreed that Jordan and LeBron are the best. And like that's that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would be fine with that.
The Nike alternate jersey games are terrible, and we should go back to having the home team wear white. I agree with this.
Is this for basketball, NBA?
Basketball, yeah, bro. The whole alternate jerseys, like the Bucks wearing blue the other night in the playoffs, like that was just weird. Or like,
yeah,
I remember when the Blazers or the Nuggets were wearing red against the Blazers.
I'm gonna disagree because I like the flashiness of the jerseys. I just think I don't think it matters, like the home team wearing white, away team wearing a colored jersey. It doesn't matter if like it's green versus red. Obviously, you're gonna know who's who.
Actually, if you're colorblind,
okay, fuck off, bro.
But no, I just think that it kind of gets to a point where like, okay, maybe we should wear our normal uniforms because like the Suns have only worn alternates in the entire Western Conference Finals. Like they wore their Valley jerseys, which are sick, in all three home games so far. And it's kind of like you're not gonna wear your whites. Like I don't know, I just kind of don't get it. Like maybe
I get it.
Regular season, yeah, like whatever, fuck it. Like it gets more people to like watch games because you're like, oh, we're wearing an alternate jersey tonight. I'm gonna watch this game, but for the playoffs, it's kind of like, all right, maybe we should just wear the alternate jerseys at home once.
Well, I mean, if you're playing 2K, if you're playing a video game, you're choosing your jerseys. Are you going to choose the basic home jersey? Or are you going to pick the one that's the cool jersey? You're going to pick the cool jersey.
True, you're going to pick the cool jersey, but like, I don't know.
The players like wearing them. The fans like them. I disagree with that. I think that we should have jerseys, whatever jersey you want, whenever.
Some of them are bad, though.
You're right. Some of them are bad. Like the Bucks, the blue Bucks jersey. I don't like that.
Those are trash.
They are trash.
But they keep on rocking with them. But the Suns ones, those are sick. The LA Clippers ones, I'm pretty sure those are bad. I haven't liked ones that any of the city jerseys that Dallas has had.
Dude, those green and blue ones a while ago were
fucking disgusting. Atrocious.
Yeah,
I tried to like get myself to be like, yeah, those are cool, and then I watched them on TV one time. Like, these are fucking awful.
Yeah, they're pretty gross.
And then we had white ones this year. I'm like, these are too basic. Like, why can't
they look nice though?
Yeah, they look like Real Madrid, honestly.
Yeah, they really do look like Real Madrid.
All right.
All right. Yeah. What's next?
Here, I'll skip these two and go to this one. Steph and Dame have the same value to a team.
Huh.
Yeah.
Never really thought about that.
Yeah. This one's decent.
That is.
Teeth.
Because
it's kind of like
I think if you were to remove them, you would have to remove them from their current situations to really find that out. Because Dame, if we talk about like most valuable player to their organization, Dame is like top 3. Portland is nothing without Damian Lillard. So, whereas the Warriors without Steph would still have Clay, still have Draymond, James Wiseman. So I feel like, but Steph is Steph. I can't.
Steph is Steph. You can't
discount
disavow
that.
Steph, but that's something that you can. I mean, like obviously, like yeah, Steph, but like that's one of those sports takes where you kind of stop and you're like,
huh?
That's you're on to something.
Yeah,
And
you're thinking.
Yeah,
up here.
and if they came at if like they backed it, because this was just in a tweet, if they backed it up with the right numbers in the right way, like this is one I could like kind of buy, because you're still not saying that Dame is better than Steph. You're saying that they bring the same value as a player to their team, which like I could possibly get down with, because Dame is no fucking slouch.
No, I agree. I think they're both like this though. I was gonna say like neither one of them really like blatantly make their teammates around them better. You know what I mean? Like they're not really floor managers, even though they're point guards.
Yeah, they're no Chris Pauls.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know. That is an interesting take. I could get behind that though. I fuck with it. Yeah. I'm a big Dame fan though. So
that's true. I am too.
Yeah.
Russ didn't deserve the 2017 MVP.
That's cap. It's cap.
The triple-double season deserved it. You don't think that even though James Harden had more wins and all that? That's true.
I think Russell Westbrook, the fact that he only has one MVP is more of a controversial take than this, I think,
Yeah, I don't know. It's just weird because he's literally averaged triple-double every season since then. And it's just kind of like he's gotten ridiculous. Like no recognition for it. So it's like
it's become the norm.
It's like, okay, so what is he doing right now? Is that insane and earth-shattering like thing that is happening, or is there some shallowness to this? Because literally, like nobody kind of talks about it.
Yeah, that is interesting.
So
it's like kind of like the LeBron effect, I mean, it's just become like LeBron does so good every single year that like MVP voters kind of expect that production out of him. So yeah, but people are starting to kind of get used to it.
LeBron still gets votes. Like Russell doesn't get shit.
Yeah,
he doesn't even get love in the media as a good player.
Well, I think it also has to do with the fact that he's in Washington now.
But even in like when he was in Houston, like it wasn't really like, oh,
well, he was shadowed by James Harden.
Taking shots in the playoffs is costing his team playoff series.
That was him going to Houston and teaming up with James Harden was such a terrible move. So stupid. It did not work out.
Yeah, I don't know why they just didn't stick with CP3.
Yeah, it was one of the biggest failed experiments in recent NBA history, at least. But yeah, I don't like that one. I think he definitely deserved the 2017 MVP.
All right, that's pretty much all I have. I do want to say this one: Dirk is better all time than D Wade. I agree.
Fuck you.
Dirk is 5th in scoring.
Okay, well, I can't like pull out Dwayne Wade's all-time stats, but like that's also because Dirk played more, probably.
Okay, I'm just saying.
Okay, I love Dirk, but Dwayne is my favorite player of all time. So like, but Dirk is. Here's my kind of controversial take. Dirk is better than Tim Duncan.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'd rather have Dirk than Tim.
Really? Yeah. I mean, I like it. I don't know. I like it for sure. I just love Dirk. I mean, he's my favorite player growing up, Dallas fan.
Yeah.
So all that. All right. So here's some NFL ones. Let's see. Russell Wilson throwing the ball at the 1-yard line in the Super Bowl was not a stupid decision.
Bro, what?
It was a good play call that was poorly executed.
I disagree.
You disagree?
I highly disagree.
See, some of the things that they said kind of made sense, that maybe if they would have gotten, instead of going with the special teamer, if they would have thrown it instead to the 6'5" receiver that was having the game of his life at the time, which I'm assuming they're talking about Ricardo Lockett, then maybe it'd have been a different story. So,
dude, you have Marshawn Lynch in the backfield, bro. Beast mode. He's like the definition of a power back. You need 1 yard to win the Super Bowl. What was the play? Was it 3rd down?
I don't think so.
I don't think it was 4th down though.
It wasn't 4th down.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So like, even if they ran it and it doesn't work out, spike the ball or call timeout. I don't know. I forgot the exact situation they were in.
They still had, I mean, like they could have. I don't know. It's kind of like it's a play call that's worked a lot in the end zone too. And if you watch a lot of football, like that pick play,
it is. No, it's not a bad play, but it's a bad time to call the play. Like, there's too much to risk. I don't know. Like, if I called that play in Madden and threw a fucking pick, I would never let myself live it down. You know, like, why did I not just run the ball?
HB dive and you get 80 yards every time.
Exactly, yeah.
But that's because Madden is a shitty game.
Well, maybe Pete Carroll should take some notes from Madden. Okay, well, so are you saying that they should have passed it then?
I'm saying that it gets a lot more shit than it probably deserves. It still deserves shit, but like I would say that this take has some merit.
I mean, you're right in the sense that it has some merit just because it's not a terrible play. Like, it's a good play that has worked in the past. But I really can't see this play working in this scenario.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's just controversial sports takes.
This comment says Patriots players said that they had done that so many times during the regular season that they knew exactly what play was coming.
Yeah, they practice. In practice, Malcolm Butler got burned on that play like 8 times in a row or some shit.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like he got sklounced, and then in game time he got it right.
Yeah, I know. I disagree with that one overall. Though. Okay, all right, what else we got though?
First year QBs should sit the bench no matter what.
First year QB in the NFL?
Yeah, rookie quarterbacks in the NFL.
I highly disagree with that.
Yeah. I think there's times where you should sit in the year, like guys like Patrick Mahomes that are considered like projects. I think if Patrick Mahomes played his rookie year, he would not be the same guy.
No, for sure. Yeah.
He would not be the same guy. But some of those guys can step in and perform right away and be really good. So
Justin Herbert did it last year.
Yeah, so just to say that
Joe Burrow did it before he got fucked.
Yeah. Well, maybe that could go to your point because he got hurt. I don't know, fucking know. Maybe.
No, well, and then like the scenarios, like the upcoming scenarios, like Trey Lance. It totally makes sense to not start Trey Lance.
Yeah, he's got to sit.
Yeah, exactly. And then also like other guys too, like Justin Fields. It makes sense to sit him, but like just to say that first-year quarterbacks in general shouldn't start, there are some times where teams are literally so desperate for a quarterback that they have to start their rookie right away.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know.
Wide receiver is the most overrated position in all of sports. This guy argues that you just need guys to run their routes properly and a quarterback to go through their progressions in the right way. Argues that doubling the best wide receiver, takes away the need for a guy. I wholeheartedly disagree with this because Exhibit A, take the Cowboys year where we didn't have a clear-cut number one guy, and we went 3-5, and we traded for Amari Cooper, and then all of a sudden our season turned around after we got Amari.
Yeah, I'm going to disagree overall. But I think there's some interesting aspects for this because I know it sounds a little bit far-fetched, but the NFL the gloves that the wide receivers use are absolutely insanely sticky. Like, insane. I've seen videos of homeless people putting on these gloves and then catching it with one hand, like bullet passes. So, like, of course, those videos could be staged, but the gloves probably have some sort of effect. But I don't know though, because like if it's not the wide receiver, I guess what position is it? That's the most overrated.
That's
I don't know.
Question. Yeah. That's a good question. Maybe
I'd probably say running back because they're so disposable.
Yeah, maybe you go with like pass rushers because some pass rushers get grossly overpaid just because they have one good season. But that's a lot of positions too.
No, that's a good point. I don't know though. What do you think?
Because like I kind of see where he's coming from on that. Like you don't need a guy, and I try to you just need a unit or like a wide receiver by committee almost. And I really tried to talk myself into that when the Cowboys were going to have to do that thing where they had a bunch of solid guys but no like clear cut solid guy, like number one superstar, and it just doesn't work out for some reason. You need the guy to be a focal point on the offense in your passing game because it helps take away and alleviate the pressure for your other role players to be better and not be focused on as much.
Yeah, like a good example is the Ravens right now. Lamar Jackson is a premier quarterback. He's one of the top quarterbacks in the league right now, but they've kind of had that wide receiver by committee type vibe for the past couple seasons, which is a reason they've been one of the top rushing teams and not one of the top passing teams. Because, and I think they figured it out this offseason. Like, they made good draft picks. They traded for, I forgot who it was they brought in.
Didn't they get Bateman, though?
Yeah, they drafted Bateman. Yeah, Bateman. It was a great pickup for them. But yeah, anyway, they picked up a free agent too at the wide receiver position. But yeah, so in general, I don't know. That's tough to say. I wouldn't call it the most overrated.
Sammy Watkins. I guess Sammy Watkins.
Yeah, Sammy. That's who it is. Yeah.
And then QB favoritism and awards voting has gotten out of hand. I agree with this.
I agree. I 100% agree.
He was saying, the guy that said this said that Derrick Henry should have won the MVP last year, and that and I kind of agree with this because I think the year that Rodgers got his second MVP, I thought that J.J. Watt should have won it that year because that was that year that J.J. Watt was like, I think he had like 19 sacks. He had those interceptions, like 3 touchdowns, and that was the year he caught a couple touchdowns as well.
Yeah.
And like the only thing was that why he didn't get more of it because they only won like 9, maybe 10 games as a team, and Rodgers went like 13 games. So that was one of the reasons, I guess.
That's another thing too with like awards voting is it kind of takes me off like how much the team's success affects it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's not his fault that the Texans are a terrible organization.
But at the same time, too, it's like, why are you going to give your most prestigious award for a guy who's on a shit team?
Yeah.
The only guy to break that mold and for any sport in recent years has been Mike Trout with the Angels. And that's because Mike Trout's unequivocally the best baseball player on the planet.
Yeah, like ever, probably.
Mm-hmm. So, I kind of agree with it. Some people say that we should just like a lot of like the NFL should just outright say the MVPs for the best quarterback.
No, dude, that's
your quarterback is going to be your most valuable guy on the team, no matter what. Like,
yeah, but I mean, that's just how football works. Like, I mean, look at the Heisman, though. Look at the Heisman this last season. Mac Jones and Devontae Smith. None of Devontae Smith's stats were possible without Mac Jones.
Yeah,
right. But Devontae Smith's season was just so incredible. So it's like, I wish and that was the first time the NCAA has, given the award to a non-quarterback / running back, I guess, in a while. But I wish the NFL would start kind of looking into it more like they do.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they kind of already do. Like, they give like the offensive player of the year to either like the best running back or wide receiver, and then defensive player of the year to just whoever the best defense guy is, And
yeah, but I mean, that's no MVP.
It's no MVP. But like the last time a defensive player won an MVP was like, who was it? Was it Reggie Jackson?
I'm gonna look that up.
Yeah, look it up. It's either Reggie Jackson. I don't think it was either Lawrence Taylor, maybe.
Yeah. Okay. Well, my computer can't connect to the internet for some reason, so that's cool.
But that's about all I got for the controversial opinions.
Yeah, I like that. We should continue that.
We can do it every once in a while.
Yeah, like kind of if it's a slow week, kind of just talk about that. I like that. Because there's definitely a lot of controversial sports opinions out there. I can't believe that the most bogus one on that list, though, that we just talked about was the Russell Wilson throwing the ball at the 1 yard line was not a stupid decision. I think that was one of the all-time worst calls. I mean, it's just me though.
It's a blunder for sure.
All right, let's hit love it or loathe it.
Love it.
All righty. Do you want to go first or me? Where do you want to split it this time?
I want to go last because I want to do this one thing at the end.
Okay, cool.
Because I really want to talk about this.
All right. So for those that don't know, Love It or Loathe It is a segment we do to end every episode. Elijah and I take turns firing rapid fire topics in sports world, at each other. If we love it, we'll stop, talk about it for a little bit. If we loathe it, we'll say that, and then we'll move on to the next one and try and get through them quick. All right. I'm ready whenever.
Okay, so KD and Scottie Pippen have beef on social media.
I love this because KD is an absolute social media clown. I don't know exactly how this beef came to be, but I love seeing Kevin Durant be Kevin Durant in the media. That's all I have to say about that.
Yeah. Ace pitcher Sergio Romo strips during foreign substance check.
I love this. So obviously the foreign substance checks in the MLB, they just started a few days ago. And one of the Oakland A's pitchers, Sergio Romo, took it to the extreme. He showed his frustrations, you could say. The fact that he had to do multiple substance checks throughout the game. And he literally, as the umpire was kind of coming over to look at him, he just takes his belt off, pulls down his pants, and he's like, what? Like, look at me. So, yeah, that was funny because the substance stuff is just extreme. Love that.
Oh, man, they're getting mad. Jason Kidd named Mavericks' next head coach. Rick Carlisle's back in Indiana with the Pacers.
I loathe this. I don't think this was the right move for the Mavericks. I know he's a homer, Jason Kidd, but I don't think he transitioned very well into the head coaching position.
I will say one thing. Damian Lillard named Jason Kidd as one of the guys he wants to be his next head coach in Portland.
That is true. That is
maybe
true.
That'll help Dame come to Dallas.
Maybe some foreshadowing.
Maybe so. Jalen Rose comments about Kevin Love being the token white guy on the USA Olympic team. What the fuck?
Yeah, so I loathe this like a lot, but I want to talk about it because Jalen Rose, I love all the content. I love all the shows he's on. I have a lot of respect for him as an analyst reporter, but this was terrible. Like an all-time terrible take. He literally was live and he said that the only reason Kevin Love got selected to this year's USA Olympic team is because he's white. Like, sure, I get it. Kevin Love didn't have the greatest season. Maybe he didn't deserve a spot. But to say that he only made it because the USA team needed one white guy is blasphemous. If you look at the past USA Olympic teams, there's been maybe 2.5 white people in the last fucking 4 teams. So, like, where's this tokenness coming from? I think it was a bit of a reach. Fucking ridiculous. But maybe that's just because I'm white, so.
I don't know, man. It
was bad. Yeah. I can't believe ESPN didn't get on to him about that.
Was there a white guy in the 2016 team? No?
Don't think so.
Oh, then shut the fuck up.
Yeah, wait, I'm going to look that up. Basketball roster. Yeah, because I think it was 2016. God, I don't have fucking internet. Whatever. Just go to the next one.
Okay, this is cool. Wisconsin quarterback Graham Merks becomes the first collegiate athlete to trademark a self-branded logo. Too bad he sucks.
I love this. Yeah, he sucks, but I love this because the NIL agreement is finally coming into play. We talked about it a little bit. College athletes are going to be able to profit off their name, image, and likeness. And this is the kind of stuff I'm excited to see. Graham Mertz, his logo is actually kind of cool. It's like a little G and M together. Looks like a little diamond. I don't know. But I'm expecting to see a lot more stuff like this, especially from the big name guys. Like, I bet if Trevor Lawrence was just now starting, then he would have had a huge lines of merchandise and everything. So I'm excited to see what this does for the next generation, especially if recruits like Quinn Ewers going to Ohio State. I bet that'll be a big guy for merchandise and everything. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like it. It's cool.
Yeah, 100%. Right. I agree. Okay, and then just to update on the whole 2016 roster, there's no white guys unless you want to count Klay Thompson.
Yeah, what the fuck are you talking about, Jalen Rose? Like, just whatever. All right, moving on to you. First up, we got Demaryius Thomas officially retires as a Bronco.
I love this. Darius Thomas was one of the top of the game at the time. There's a moment in time where you had to have him on your fantasy team. He was great to watch in the years in Peyton Manning's twilight years when he was really good. And then After that, much less so, but he means a lot to the Broncos organization. And I think I'll always remember the name Demaryius Thomas. And so it's kind of like him and Dez were, two of the top paid wide receivers at the same time. And so it's kind of, he was one of the greats of that decade. Probably not a Hall of Famer, though.
Maybe on the brink, but I doubt it. Yeah, I doubt it. He was good. Definitely a fantasy must. All right, next up, we got Saints. Ramczak becomes highest paid right tackle in the league.
Loathe it.
All right.
Looking for him.
We got Tanya Snyder becomes co-CEO of the Washington football team. I know you and your Washington. I'm excited to hear this.
I love this. I think it was funny because they're trying to, make a big deal about how it was the first female CEO of a football team. And it's like, dude, that's your wife. So there's probably some backdoor stuff going with that because nothing Dan Snyder does is in good faith.
Yeah, literally nothing. All right. And then last up, I know you're excited for this one.
I'm excited about this one. Really excited, actually. Just say the first part, and I'll give all the details.
All right. An English sports bettor won $1.36 million on a parlay over the weekend.
Okay. I love this. I love this so much. So I'm just going to give you some of the details. He wagered $15.50 to win this $1.36 million.
Fucking insane.
The odds were 90,396 to 1. The legs of the bet were Croatia defeats Scotland in the Euro at plus 140. Another Euro bet for England to defeat the Czech Republic at minus 182. Steve Stricker to win the Bridgestone Senior Players Championship at plus 500. Kelly Norda to win the Women's PGA Championship at plus 1,400. Victor Hovland, another golfer, to win the BMW International Open at plus 650. And here's the craziest one. Harris English to win the Travelers Championship at plus 3,500. And if you don't know anything about Harris English's Traveler Championship win, it took 8 rounds, 8 holes of a playoff for him to finally win the whole thing.
Dude, no way.
Swear to God.
Imagine sweating out that last playoff.
No, and oh
my God.
I can't believe it. No, that's how much money that English won to win the Travelers Championship. He won $1.3 million to win the Travelers Championship.
Oh my God, bro.
And so this bettor literally won more money by placing a bet, this crazy parlay. And the fact that he did it in golf bets, which is just absolutely nuts.
I was just about to say, that's nuts. I can never pick a top 10 golfer, let alone a winner.
I mean, yeah, it was only $15 parlay, but if somebody asked me, what do you think of this bet? I'm like, congrats, you're shitting away $15.
Yeah, exactly.
But oh my God, how, that's so sick.
Dude, this is what sports betting dreams are made on.
It makes me wonder too, because this is so awesome. What if, a lot of the big sports betting companies kind of retaliate against this and put a cap on those big parlays? They have to now, right? There's no way they want to pay this out again. They're mad. They got to be.
They've got to be mad.
Worst nightmare.
They've got to be mad, but at the same time, bro, they're pulling in millions a day.
That's true too.
But how often is a 90,000 to 1 parlay gonna hit?
That's true.
Because this made news. It made the headlines and stuff.
Yeah. So this either A, scared the shit out of them, or B, made them the happiest people in the world because it's literally the best advertisement that they ever got.
True.
I wonder how many people that are in where sports betting is legal that haven't done it yet has been like, oh, fuck. I need to get in on that.
I'm going to throw down $15 on a parlay.
Yeah, and start throwing down, fucking shitting away $500 a year or something that they would have before because they're trying to make $1 million off of one bet, which is probably never going to happen again.
Yeah, exactly.
No, but I love that. I think that's
good cool for that guy, bro.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, he remained anonymous, but
that's king shit.
Yeah, that's fucking I wonder how big brain he must have felt when that shit hit. Just because when I hit a single bet, I'm like, I'm a god. I can foresee the future.
If I hit any bet that's plus odds, I feel like a genius.
Yeah,
but whenever it's a fucking parlay, oh my God, dude. That makes me want to go place a $15 parlay.
Hitting $100 10 to win $100 parlays make me feel like, or 15 to. I've hit like 3 15 to win $100 parlays, and I feel like a big fucking dick.
Yeah,
So
exactly. I feel like a sharp.
Like.
I'm a sports betting genius.
Yeah, like fucking. I don't know, but it's just one of those things where nothing is bad about this. It's just put a smile on your face.
Yeah, good for that guy. Makes me jealous though. I wish that was me.
Yeah,
I'm never gonna bet on golf like that though.
Oh God, no.
Yeah, definitely not. All right, well, I think that's gonna do it for this week's episode. Next week, gonna be talking NBA Finals for sure, whatever matchup that may be. And then I'm hyped for this. Conor McGregor, Dustin Poirier is July 10th, so we definitely got to do something before that goes down. Because I'm going with McGregor all the way. Conor's winning this one. Yeah, Conor's winning this one.
I mean, I'm gonna root for him, but I'm not gonna have any faith in him.
I'm throwing a couple units on him. We'll see.
Throwing a couple units on him. What are the odds?
It's like almost even.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the only reason why. Because last time he was like minus 400 and lost.
Yeah, I had him in a parlay, so that was good.
Yeah, fuck that. But all right. Well, that's gonna do it for this week's episode. Thanks for listening. We'll be back here same time, same place next week. And thank you to all the people on TikTok. We just started doing this last week, so I'll be doing this every week on the gtdsports.com TikTok page. If you don't want to watch it on Twitch, don't want to watch it on YouTube, watch it on TikTok. You can basically listen anywhere now. All right. See y'all next week.